Welcome to day 3 of Dephemerember. Please excuse me, I'm sure I crucified that. This is hosted by Luise Heinzl and 49 Dragonflies. Their links are in my description along with all the products I use. Please use hashtag Dephemerember for any YouTube search or Instagram search, and you'll be able to sit there and find all the artists that are participating. This video is dedicated to Bianca B, who suggested that I needed to talk instead of playing music. With that in mind, please excuse my pregnant pauses and my word confusion. This is my first video with voice. So today's challenge, day 3, is bright colors and journaling cards. Now that leaves a lot to the imagination. What are journaling cards and what are their purpose? Journaling cards are to decorate your journal and to serve the function of writing down your memories. Your size is based on the book or journal that you are using. The easiest way to explain layering is to think of a Christmas tree. First you put up the tree, then you put on the lights, then you put on the garland, then you put on the balls, and then you put on the tree topper. In this case, the card, the garland, again, and all the little things. And then, of course, you want to write on it. Well, it's going to be too bulky. So what we do is we put a piece of paper on the back. And we use another tree topper to hold it in place. Now, the paper itself, also, you can have lines, and on the back you have an opportunity to doodle. Or, put another picture, maybe a more personal picture that you don't want somebody to see if they open up your journal. So with that in mind, let's get started. Ignore the butterfly. That tells me where I need to put my papers and where my space is. So for my lines, I use this nifty little product that's actually made for calligraphy. You sit there and you can draw the lines. Now, if you're wondering what this little scrap piece of paper is, that just tells me the same distance from the right or from the left to where the start of the lines are, and then on the right where they stop. Just a scrap piece of paper, same width as the ruler on the calligraphy ruler. Like I said, please excuse my mumbling. You can also use a ruler for this. This just makes it easier for me. I use it in my plain journal that I write in as part of the Artist's Way program, where you have to write morning pages. It just makes it easier. So I got 4. Again, they're blank on the back. So let's just ink these up. Again, Distress ink, Tim Holtz. You can do it just the way I just did it here. Or if you want fancy little shading, you can do this. If you need any information about the Tim Holtz ink line, There are several videos, product videos, that he has online. Tells you the difference between his distress ink and his archive ink and his distress ink oxides, and then all the sprays and gels and everything else. What you use is your personal preference. Mine is a distress ink because I find the oxide ink leaves a little bit of a chalky film on my product, and I don't like that sensation. It's a texture thing, kind of like food. You could also distress the edges of that paper if you wanted to, give it a torn up look, so on and so forth. I'm not really desired to do that right now. Some days I get grungy, but not today. So now to decide, this side or this side. I think I'm going to go this way. Now, Tim Holtz, chapter 3. Everybody is all excited about chapter 3 because it has these lovely specimen card windows in them. This window I've already prepared, obviously for time management. These videos could go 3 hours long if you ever went through an actual process. So what I've used here is also a Tim Holtz product. It's his Moth study stamp set. I just stamped it in, and then I colored it with Copic markers. So what I'm going to do, so I get the shiny little look, like it looks like a slide, I'm going to just glue this on to the front here. Oh, before I do that, I almost forgot. We need to fix this first, so that we can put the little pins with the spread out in the back. Caught myself. Now to get it lined up, I'm just going to use a punch. A pair of tweezers will work. You can use a crocodile or whatever you wish to poke the holes, but sometimes I find they get too big, and if you watched my video yesterday, you would have realized that I was using too small for the size of the hole, so I had to change up the poking gizmos. This is not easy with long nails, just saying. That nerves. I was just getting over my nerves with the music videos. And now everybody wants to hear my voice. So back to plan A, which was to put the piece of acetate. I cheat and use the film from the stickers, from the stamps, I mean, that comes on top. Recycle, reuse. And now I'll just glue that completely shut. And there you have Your little specimen card is done, almost done. Now this would be considered the tree topper. Oh, didn't come out. Again, nerves. Open that up, thread it through, close it up. There we go. And now we have the specimen card done. Next, we will put it on the journaling card. And here's the garland, just to give it that little oomph. Now, you saw the placement I had before. Oh, that chain came off. This is the placement I like. Please excuse the cat who has discovered that there is a closed door and will not have any of it. Let's get all this prepped up. For this, I don't want too much. I'll replace that chain later. It's not that difficult to do while it's glued down. So I'll do that off camera. But that's as simple as it gets. Put this on the back. And now you have the option of taking it off to write on a flat surface, to draw on a flat surface and put it back in, and either put it in a notebook or glue it right to the back if you don't want to use the back page. You also have the option of stamping there on both sides. You've all seen my stamping techniques. They're available. Marley Designs does a stamping technique. Kirsten Van Miltenberg does a technique the same. I'm sorry if I got her name wrong. I should have looked that up before I mentioned it. There are also other videos that will show you how to use your stamps. They include greeting card stamping sites like Gina K, Jennifer McGuire, Simon Hurley. They all do stamping techniques as well. The grunge look that I often use, I've already done a video. Feel free to go through and find that video on how I do the grunge look. But for these journaling cards, I thought simple. And that is what I've done here. I have 3 more to make for my personal journal. But for now, this is the first. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Hopefully I can get used to speaking on better terms, and the cat will stop rattling at the door. Have a great day.